Hey everybody, welcome back to Raven Hot Coins. And guys, today I am really excited about what we're going to do. We have $1,000 in old $20 bills. Yes, guys, went to the bank to turn in the halves and could not believe what the bank teller told me. Somebody had turned in roughly $1,600 or so. I think it was 1660 is what she told me, in old $20 bills that have been sitting in a safe. So everything in here is like from the 60s and 80s. I think there might be something in the 90s. I'm not 100% sure because I didn't look at them myself. I just said, well, I can afford to pull 1,000 out real quick and put it back in a day or two. Um, I'm going to pull out whatever I find that is really cool as far as serial wise. Hopefully, we're hoping to find some star notes or errors. You just never know. So, I'll be back with the Bilomid and see what we find. Ravenhawk Coins, stay tuned. All right, everybody. So, we have got our Bilomid together. Really cool. As you can see, they are all old school $20 bills. And as you know, the normal life of a bill is about 6 months, especially for lower denominations between $1 and $20. They're circulated quite frequently, heavily used in commerce, so it is very cool when you can find something like this still existing. Somebody, like I said, had kept this in their safe. So to me, this is a really cool, once every so often find that you might get. And for some reason, that Bilomid there wants to stay up really high. um, so we're going to get into this and see what we find. Ravenhawk Coins, stay tuned. All right, guys, so we got through the first section of the Bilomid, and I pulled these two simply because of their condition, not because of their serial numbers. Because look at this, guys. These, for being from 1981, look really nice. Um, you don't see any issues in the face of Jackson. Normally you'd see a definite crease there. There is one little pinch by his cheek, but this whole picture, what you're looking for is any kind of fading or whatnot. This thing is crisp. You know, you can really hear how well taken care of this bill is. And the beauty of these older dollar bills, I just think the script writing up top and everything is really cool. So I pulled these two aside to show you um, just how neat these are. These are both from 1981. And there's a little bit of issue on the corner of this one, but hey, it'd be something nice to put in your currency collection. And we're going to get into the next section, Ravenhawk Coins. Stay tuned. All right, guys, so we got through the next section. It was all 81s. Nothing too spectacular in there, so I'm going to get into the next one and see what we find. All right, guys, so we got through the next section, and the reason I'm being so picky as far as what I'm looking at is because if I could afford to keep all of them, I would keep them. Even the ones that have some condition issue, I'd still keep them because they are older bills. This one is really nice, guys. Again, it's a 1981, but it is very crisp. The corners look really nice, and it doesn't have any fold issues. That's never been creased. And again, just amazing to see something like this at the bank. And I was really happy to get my hands on it, especially such a big amount. So we're going to get to the next one, guys. Stay tuned. All right, guys, so the next section of the Bilomid was very cool, really nice. These are both from 1963. The majority was from 1963, but in a little bit rougher condition with some stamping on it and whatnot. Unfortunately, this one has a crease right down the middle and right through Jackson's head, but I still thought it was nice to see a 1963A, and the back is just beat up. and some really hard creasing on the corner there, guys. So this one I won't keep, but I just wanted to show for illustration purposes as to what's in here. The next one, though, is really, really nice, and this is an error, guys. So we have found an error. As you can see, the top border is very, very thin. The bottom border is really thick. I wish it didn't have the fold, but because it's an error, it's offset, I will hold on to this bill as long as I can and possibly sell it. You know, if somebody's interested, I'm sure they'll reach out and let me know. But that is very cool. So far we got an air note in there from 1963. We're going to get in the next section and see what we find. Ravenhawk Coins. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so we got through the next section and I am very happy. Check this out, guys. From 1963, it is a star note. Very, very cool. 1963A. The condition is not too bad. You are allowed a certain amount of folds with older bills for grading and whatnot. Now, it's not going to be something that's pristine, but guys, to get a star note, very happy. Really, really cool. Hoping to find some more, but I don't know what's in here, so we'll see what happens. Ravenhawk Coins, stay tuned. Alright guys, so the next thing that we found is from 1969. I only pulled this out because there weren't very many 69s that I've seen so far, so I wanted to show you. This one has David Kennedy as the Secretary of Treasury, and the treasurer is Dorothy Andrews Slater. I wish it was in better condition, but I just pulled this out in honor of Vicky C because I know her favorite year is 1969, so figured I'd show you that, but I'm going to throw that back in the go back pile, and we're going to see what else we get. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so we got through the next section. Very cool stuff. We found another error note, and this time it's from 1969, Series C. Look at how thin that top border is, guys, and how thick the bottom is. So this is offset to the north, and this one is in really good condition. No bad folds or tears or anything like that. The corners and edges are very nice on this bill, and it's from 1969. Has just really cool stuff in here, guys. I wish I could keep it all, but I have to be very picky of what I set aside. I really kind of wish I could have this sent to somebody to keep it out of going back to the bank, because the bank will probably just destroy these notes because they're, you know, really old and considered obsolete. So that's the story on that, and I'm sticking to it. And then we have a 1981. Again, this one is slightly offset. Let me see if I can find an 81 in here. If you look, it's very, very subtle though, so this isn't one that I'd keep as an error per se, but it's in great condition, so I wanted to show you this example. I have not found a real fancy serial number in here yet, but hey, at least it's a cool search for really old bills, and they're just gorgeous. I really, really like the old artwork done in these. So we have two more sections to get through. Let's see what we find. Alright guys, so we have gotten through the next section and we found another star note. Very, very cool. 007862. Well, it's 0070862. But this is a really cool find. I, again, wish it was a little bit better in condition. It's got an issue in the corner here, a tiny little tear. But it is a star note from 1963, Series A, Henry Fowler as the treasurer. And I do not know who the Secretary of, or not Secretary, Treasurer is over here. It looks like it's Catherine O'Day Benishaw or Bradshaw. But still really cool to find another star note in the mix. So we got one more section to go through, guys. Ravenhawk Coins, stay tuned. All right, guys, so we got through the last section and I didn't pull anything out of there for this. So we're going to do a wrap up of what we found. Honestly, all of these, for the most part, I would say 95% of these would be keepable, something that you could sell. Unfortunately, I can't afford to keep those right now, but something really cool to share. We have the two offset air notes right here, the 63A and the 69C. Very, very cool finds. Then we have the two really good condition 1981s that are, something that you definitely want to put in a protector. Last but not least, and definitely the cooler finds in my mind, to go along with the airs, are the two star notes, guys. So, always ask your tellers if they have anything new. Make relationships with them, build those relationships, because they told me about this when I came in. They said, "Hey, I think you have something that you might be interested in," and they were definitely correct. So, guys, make sure to take care of yourself, or make sure to support all the channels out there. If you want to correspond, it's ravenhawkcoins@gmail.com. Our P.O. Box is 721-296, Norman, Oklahoma 73070. And make sure to take care of one another, guys. And like always, Ravenhawk Coins, have a great day.